Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So today what I want to do is show you how to scrap one of these home surround sound entertainment system. I actually got this from a friend of mine who's also a co-worker, another teacher. Shout out to Chris Valiant and his family for giving me this for this video. It doesn't work, and rather than drop it off at an electronic depot, he decided to ask me if I wanted to use it. So I appreciate that very much. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do the speakers on another video. Okay, it came with 8 of these portable speakers as well as this large speaker. So I'm actually going to put those on another video because there is a lot of screws and there's a lot of stuff to take apart. So I'm going to just get rid of this first. What I want to do is I'm going to focus on this control panel box. Okay, it's very heavy, which tells me there's going to be a big transformer in there. There's going to be a lot of e-waste or circuit boards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to show you where all the goodies are and how to separate them properly and maximize your profit. For the sake of this video, I have taken out the screws around the box, as well as some of the circuit boards. You can see there's quite a lot of them, so wanted to speed up the process. Okay, the first thing, the top, this is metal. Okay, it's just going to go into my steel bin. Okay, I've already cut the cord off. Okay, so it comes around. This is what plugs into the wall. And in Canada, these are about $1 a pound. This isn't quite $1, or it's not quite a pound. It's close. But it also has, as you can see right on the tip, 2 coated brass prongs. Some people will take these off and put them in their coated brass buckets. Some people will leave them on there for the weight. I take them off because they're very easy to take off. Okay. As I said, there is a large transformer. In Canada, these transformers go for 10 cents a pound. This is 15 pounds. I've already weighed it. Okay, and you could take it in, as I said, as is, but this spool here is full of nice copper. These are very easy to take apart. I actually have a video on transformers, when to separate the copper from them, when to take them apart. So if you're interested, go check that out. For this video, I will take this one apart to show you how to take it apart and all the copper inside. But again, as I said, this is 15 pounds. This is worth $1.50 as is. Okay, if I bring this closer to you, there are a lot of circuit panels. There is also right here a really nice aluminum heatsink. There's a fan, a couple fans here, and there's a couple really nice circuit boards with copper. So I'm going to take this apart for you. I'm actually going to show you the back. A lot of knobs, a lot of outlets that connect to the different wires, the different speakers. Okay. So there are a lot of cables on this. I do have to cut some of the cables off. Okay. Now, it depends on your scrap yard. Some scrap yards will take circuit boards and classify them as lower grade, higher grade, and medium grade. Sorry, I missed that one. Depending on what you have on your circuit board. If I'm looking at this circuit board, this is blue on blue. There are some you'll find that are green on green or brown, green. There's lots of different colors, sometimes red. But what's interesting about this one is this has, if you look right up here, these little teeth are gold plated. Okay, there is a couple little nice things there, a silver oscillator right there. These little stringy wires, I guess, if you look at them, they look silver or metallic on the top. That's because these are silver. So what I actually do is I cut these off, put them into a little bin, and maybe one day I can melt them down and make a silver bullion. But again, it depends on your scrapyard. My scrapyard takes all of them. There is no category. They're all just e-waste. But for that sake, I will actually take some time to you know, separate the gold, I'll put it away, and, you know, I don't know, maybe one day I'll come up with something, somehow to refine it or whatever. The wire on this, it's not very thick. This wire is classified as low-grade electrical wire or copper wire, and it's because it's very bendy. There's not much plastic inside, or not much copper inside. There's a lot of plastic on the outside. This goes for about 20 cents a pound Canadian, okay? So you wanna make sure you separate this from your appliance cords, because if you don't, they will give you at the scrapyard the lower price. Okay, so there is a lot of that. Okay. If my scrapyard had different categories, here is another circuit board, black, this time on green. There isn't really anything on here that's worth a lot of value, so this is a lower grade board. Again, there's a little bit more gold that I would get. This one, I broke off the transformer. There are, on the sides here, 2 aluminum heat sinks. Some people leave those on there for the weight, but clean aluminum is worth about 40 cents a pound, and you can get these aluminum heat sinks on all different appliances. Sometimes they're a lot heavier than you'd think. So I actually take these apart. There's a screw inside that connects them. Once you take that screw out, there are a couple little steel pins. You want to make sure you get those out, but these are aluminum, so that you're definitely going to get more money for the aluminum than you would for the circuit board. I have a couple of these fans. There is a small copper motor inside this fan. I don't separate the copper bearing motor out of here because it is very small and it's not worth my time. So I will actually put this into my copper bearing motor bin. There is a bin for those. Okay, so it's about 10 cents a pound as well. This isn't a pound. Well, it is with the steel on here, but they're not going to accept it with the steel. So I have to take this piece of steel off, which will go into my steel bin. I want to get, I got a couple screws I have to get, and then I can take out this aluminum heat sink. Some people do use a drill, I don't. I like using a screwdriver, my hands. And there are a lot of pins, unfortunately, that are connecting this. I'll just speed it up. Put my safety glasses on. Okay, so this aluminum heat sink, it's actually a very good weight on it. And the circuit board that you see here has a lot of copper spools. I will actually take this copper off. I'm also, on the bottom here, I have another small transformer. And this is going to have a nice spool of copper inside of it, so I am going to take that apart. As well, there is a silver contact box right here. So I'm actually going to open that up for you first. And the copper, very easy. As you can see, I'm just pulling it apart. Snip, snip. These will all go into my clean copper bin, and it is worth taking. Again, another fan here. The thing about these heat sinks is, aluminum heat sinks, is they're not hard to get off, but there are on the bottom, you can see right here, there are always some screws connected to these little prongs. So you're gonna have to take those off, because if you don't, you're not gonna get full aluminum, clean aluminum price. You're gonna get mixed aluminum, so you're gonna about 10 cents a pound. These batteries, I leave them on the circuit board for weight. And as you can see here, this circuit board is broken. I've ripped it out. Because you get such a low price for e-waste and circuit boards, they're not really that concerned at the scrapyards, okay? And, you know, obviously it's better than going in the landfill. They will take it to the proper recycling facilities, and those people will obviously extract as much of the material off as they can. Okay, but I am going to take this off. This circuit board, again, has metal. This is the metal backing. There is one more little circuit board in here. There is a little bit of, brass inside these prongs that I will get out, but some people just leave them as is and will put them into their e-waste. Again, as I said, the nice thing about this, I'm looking at these circuit boards. I will remove the low-grade wire off of them and put them into my lower-grade wire bin. And the rest of this frame is going into the steel bin. So the nice thing about this box, very, very little waste. And the only real waste is going to come from the control panel. Okay, so I am actually going to just quickly take this one off to show you. It just has a couple screws left. Anytime you have buttons, the buttons are going to have some silver. Okay, so there is one of your control panels. The one on the bottom here has the buttons, so I'll get that out so I can show you. And again, it's not hard to take these apart. It's just a lot of little screws. You got to make sure that you find all of them, and so it can be just time consuming. And sometimes I find it just therapeutic. So. So this circuit board is really interesting, actually. Anytime you have buttons or this clicky sound, there is silver inside of those, okay? It's a little silver contact, a little teeny one. It's not as big as the one I'm about ready to show you, but it is still silver. Some people will take the time to separate those. For me, it depends on the day. I have tons of them, so I'd rather just have this recycled properly into my e-waste. Okay, but the control box, okay, other than these little pieces of circuit board, this is the only real garbage that's going into the landfill, okay? So it's plastic, and unfortunately I can't do anything other than throw it in the landfill, okay? So, here we go. I'm just gonna rip off this box here. And unfortunately, it did not come off like I planned, and that's okay. So what happens is, these little boxes have always a spool of copper inside. There we go. Okay, so how one of these boxes work, as I get up to the camera. So these boxes, when you pop off the top, they'll come with a little spool of copper right there. And they will also come with two little prongs that connect onto the copper. And if I turn those over, you can see there is a little silver dot on that one and a little silver dot on that one. These are silver contacts. So I actually cut these off and I put them in a little vial. And again, one day my goal is to hopefully make a silver bullion. Okay, so that is the control panel. This is the circuit board, as I said. A lot of copper on here that I'm going to take off. Transformer. This transformer is definitely worthwhile taking apart. And again, take the fan off, clean the aluminum. I have a nice big, this is probably going to weigh about 3 pounds of aluminum. So it is definitely worth taking apart. Or if you are pressed for time or not sure, you can take this in as is and it counts as e-waste, but you're getting a lot less money for your material, okay? Now the last thing, as I said, I'm gonna look at is this transformer. It is coated with a piece of steel, okay, that I have to actually break off with a, I have my grinder here, so I'm gonna do that, and I will have to undo that one, so bear with me here. I'm going to get my gloves on and my hat, my visor, because anytime I am using a grinder or chiseling or something, I do want to put on safety glasses and also a visor because I'm very accident prone. Okay, so here we go. This is going to go into my steel bucket. Get rid of this. And now I'm getting closer to my transformer. Okay, unfortunately, it is very humid in here, so my glasses are fogging up, and I apologize for that. But so here's my transformer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look at, there is going to be a couple spots where the welds meet. I want to take this bottom off, and if I take that bottom off, I'm looking to see where I can get to the welds, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to actually just take a chisel with a hammer, and I'm actually going to hit that weld. And if I break that weld open, this whole side will peel off. I'm going to put it in my vise. Put out my hammer. And sometimes people will actually just use an angle grinder to do it. Both work. I might, for the sake of this video, just start to show you, and I'm actually going to speed up the process just use this. My blade is kind of getting dull, so there we go. So, if I turn this now, put this in the vise, make sure it's secure. Hit this. You can see these discs are starting to come off. Okay, and I just work all the way across. Leverage. Okay, we're using hammer. Now, the nice thing about these teeth are, these are all steel, so they're going to go in my steel bin. And now I have the copper exposed, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a hammer and just hit this out. There's going to be 2 layers of this. So this layer does have paper around it. I have to take that paper off, but there is a nice spool of copper inside here. And as you can see, there is a nice spool of copper in here too. So I'm going to unravel that, and I'm going to take this copper and put it into my number 2 bucket, which is about $1.60 a pound. because of the tape around this. Okay, so definitely I'm gonna make more money separating the copper. I still have the steel from my transformer, which is great. This will just go into my metal pile. I have a whole bunch of circuit boards. I have my really nice aluminum heatsink. I have a bunch of copper from the circuit board. I have some silver from the silver contact. And I also have my other little transformer that has some copper in it, as well as steel. Okay, and the nice thing is, I've said, the only waste from that giant box is just this plastic cover. Okay, so thank you again, Chris, for giving me this box to show you another appliance diverter from the landfill. Hope you enjoyed my video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will catch you on the next video. Tin Man out.